Hey, what's up guys, it's Seeker, and check this out guys, this is really cool. This is a full roll of silver dollars guys, very awesome. Now these are in one of the awesome airtight SureSafe containers, and the reason I really like these containers guys is because you can see on the end there's these two caps, and check it out, when you take these caps off, this thing opens up like a treasure chest, and inside is a chest of 20 silver dollars. One of them got caught in the top there. But it's really cool because it keeps them totally separate from banging on each other while they're being moved around. You can hear them. They put this little piece of foam up here to go up there to basically hold the coins together a little bit stronger. But you can see there are actually teeth right here that go between the coins when it is closed to keep them from hitting each other on the top and the bottom. Really cool. So guys, 18 of these 20 silver dollars are 1891s. They only had 1891s, they only had 18 of the same year, and then I got 2 other years, but they are all uncirculated. So we're going to go through these guys. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these in one video. That would be an insanely long 20 or 30 minute video, which you guys are not going to want to watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of highlights as I go through them. We are going to grade every one of them, put them in 2x2s, and look for errors like die cracks or any sort of variety or anything like that. And we'll talk about that when we find them, guys. And I'll go over 1 or 2 and just show you how I grade these coins. So let's get started, guys, on this awesome roll of uncirculated silver dollars. Okay, guys, so our first stop is only the second coin that I pulled out of the roll. Now, I'm a little disappointed about this one because these are all supposed to be UNC, but this is definitely an AU. Guys, let's go over to the coin scope. I'll show you why I think it's an AU, even though you can see there's lots of luster on this coin. We'll take a look at it under the scope and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, I already have this in the 2x2, but if you look here on the breast, you can see it's pretty weak right here. Now, sometimes, I won't say normally, but sometimes that can just be a weak strike or maybe an old die that's getting worn out. But if you look right here, there is a little bit of wear on this wing edge. And what I really noticed was if you flip over to this side, right here on above the ear, on the hair above the ear, not only is it worn a little bit more than I usually like to see on an UNC coin that's not an O mint, because O mints are typically very weak right here and weak on the breast anyway, but this is a P. And not only that, but there's a little bit of color difference between like right here and the rest of the coin, which pretty much means there is actually rub right there. So I graded this one an AU. Now guys, you might be wondering why I had these pair of pliers on my desk, and it's not for the coins themselves, guys. Something I recommend doing is after you put a coin in a 2x2 like this, take your pair of pliers, just a small pair of needle nose are fine. Actually, a pair of flatheads are better. I just don't have them in front of me right now. And just smash the staples down like the backs. Now this is a low profile stapler, so they don't stick out anyway very much, but you just want to really just flatten those tips down, because guys, what's happening with these coins is even though they're in the Mylar and they're protected, the staples can stick out. They can scratch the back of another coin, tearing right through that Mylar. So that's why I have these pair of pliers to smash those down. Alrighty guys, this next one that I found, this 1881 right here, on top of the fact that it has kind of a PL gleam to it, but I don't think it's quite PL on the obverse. On the reverse, there is actually a PL, which is really cool. But what I really like about this coin, something I'm going to show you, we're going to go over to the scope, because the back is really the only part I want to show you. In fact, let's just check this out. This is really cool. Okay guys, we're looking at the back of the coin, and you can see starting here about the back end of the E, going all the way through NO under the star, all the way through the top of United. You can see it kind of splits off there, goes through E and D, and then kind of stops here, but you have another one that starts right here through the wing, and then this one seems like it continues, so it's like a split and a crack. But guys, this goes all the way through the top of states. This is really cool. Guys, this is a major die crack. That is really cool. So I like that. That is really cool. Now, if we're looking at the breast here, you can see it's really weak, but when you have a die crack like this, in a coin that shows no other signs of wear, especially on the obverse, what you actually have there is just a weak strike, and that's usually common with major die cracks like this, because what's happening is it's getting to the later part of the die's life, and when it's weakening out. So sometimes you will see kind of muddled breast feathers when there's actually no actual wear to the coin. So this is really cool, guys. I just wanted to show you that we got a very, very major die crack. Now we cannot call this coin a PL because the front of it does not have a PL to it, but that back does, the reverse does. But that die crack is cool. So we're going to mark this one as an uncirculated with a die crack. That's how we're going to label this one. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one because there's a couple things going on in the reverse of this and I'm not quite sure what they are. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's swap over to the coin cam. Alright guys, so the first thing we're looking at is you can see coming out of the wing and going through the N right here. It looks like it's not like a clash maybe or an over polished die. I'm not quite sure what that is. It doesn't look like a scratch. It looks like it's actually coming out of the coin. If we look over here, we have this right here, and this is actually kind of extruding from the coin, almost like another over-polished die. So I'm thinking this is actually both like the same air going on with this. I looked on VAMworld, I couldn't actually find anything on it, so I'm not 100% sure. I'll keep you guys updated, but I just thought that was really cool. So we're just going to write VAM on the 2x2, just so I remember to go back and look on VAMworld at that one, but that is... Between that and then this right here, that is definitely something different. You can also see there's a little bit of die cracking going on over here, coming around the top of United. There you go. Like right there. Alright, so anyway, we'll mark this one VAM, and we'll check it out at a later date and see if we can figure out exactly what's going on with that. Okay guys, that quickly we have an update to this one that we marked VAM. On the back of this one, we have the exact same thing going on, so let's go ahead over to the coin cam. Check this out. So you can see the exact same thing going on over here, coming out of the wing on the left, going up into the N. And then if we go over here, you can see the exact same impression right there. So I'm thinking that this is common, given that we have two of those. I'm still going to do some research on VAMworld for this one, but that is very interesting. So I definitely want to check that one out. I just want to show you that we just got two of those in a row. Okay guys, we found something cool. This is an 1881, and we actually have a little bit of doubling in the 18. So let's go ahead to the coin cam. Alright, so you can see a little bit of doubling right here and right here. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on this, and you can see it up close. Okay guys, so you see a little bit of doubling here and in here. That's really cool. And on the bottom of the 1 as well, you can kind of see a little bit of double impression, and actually right here. But at this angle, actually, you can really see this doubling on this 8, which is really, really cool. So we do have a little bit of doubling. There are a lot of VAMs that have doubling. And here we go right here as well. You can see there's actually some doubling right there in that 1. So that is really cool. That's another one of the things that we're looking for. So we have definitely a double die. We need to go ahead and mark this, figure out exactly which VAM this is. But very, very cool that we found something like this. Sweet guys, check this out. We actually found another double die. Now this one is on the reverse, but let's go ahead to the coin cam because it's right here in God We Trust. Check this out. Okay guys, we are looking at In God We Trust on the reverse of this 1881 Morgan. And check this out guys, definitive doubling right there, right there, right there. That is awesome. You got a definite doubling here. You can actually see the doubling inside of both the W and the E on We. And then over to Trust, guys. I mean, this just stands out like a sore thumb. Very cool. So check that out. We are definitely going to mark this one down. This is actually probably the most exciting find of the night. We definitely got some doubling right here. Really, really, really cool. I'm going to mark this one, and we're going to figure out what VAM this one is as well. Okay guys, so that's our hunt. Just to recap, I went through after I was done with this and I went to VAMworld and I was looking for some of what I found here. I wasn't able to find a lot of it. Now VAMworld just moved from their old site to the new one, and they're still probably transferring data, so a lot of pictures are missing. I couldn't find a couple of these, but let's go ahead and go over what we found. So we had the two 981s. We have an 1896. This one I ended up grading as an MS64. Very beautiful. Oops, I did not want to do that. An 1883 O. This one I gave an MS64 as well. It has this little bit of toning right here, but under the scope and under my glass, it didn't look like it was actually a gash or anything. On the back, you can see beautiful luster, full detail. Very, very beautiful. Not a whole lot of field scratching or anything like that. Back in our 81s, this one here I called an MS64 as well. So a lot of high grades here. This one here and this one, I think the next three I called 64s. We got a bunch of really nice ones in the back. Hey, a cricket. But very, very beautiful, guys. Look, full luster, not a whole lot of field wear, scratching, or scuffing. Just very, very beautiful. Some of these might, you know, one may get a 65 if they were actually sent off. I'm not a big fan of grading 65 myself. But, you know, very, very beautiful coins regardless of that. So we got a couple of the, so this one here I gave an MS63. There's some field scuffing and things like that. And then right here on the back was some we got another one that I just thought was absolutely gorgeous right there. Beautiful. We have this one I gave an MS62. This one here I gave an MS63. And keep in mind, guys, grading is always opinion. You know, someone's opinion might vary from mine, but that's what I gave that one. We have this one, an MS60. This one just has a lot of hits. You can actually see on the cheek right here just a lot of scuffing and scraping all over the place, but still a beautiful coin regardless. This one here, we got another one that I gave a 64. Very beautiful coin. We have another one here that I gave a 63. Beautiful 1881 Morgan silver dollar. Now this is that AU one that I talked about earlier. It's just got way too much wear for me. You know, even if this were a weak die, you could tell just based on, you know, the discoloration on the high points that was actually wear and not just a weak strike. We got another one that's a beautiful MS63 right here. So on these guys, we found this one has the major die crack. We talked about that in a video, which is really cool. This one here and this one here both have this raised over polished die going on right here and coming out from the wing through the N and In God We Trust. I wasn't able to find that one on VanWorld, but we're gonna continue to look, figure out what's going on with those. We have another 1881 here that has the double die In God We Trust. This was my favorite find. I couldn't find this on VanWorld, but I have a feeling that, you know, we can find that somewhere, some more information on that. And then in this one we have, I was able to determine that this is a VAM 10 on VanWorld, and it has the doubling in the date, the 1-8 and the 1 after looking at it more closely. So beautiful, beautiful, awesome coins, guys. There you go. That is something a little bit different, a full coin roll hunt of a roll of uncirculated almost half dollars, because we had that AU in there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We will do more stuff like this. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe if you're new here, guys. I do appreciate it. And we will talk to you in the next one.